Hey, this is Chaotic here with another CZN video. Today we're going to go over some of the new Season 4 updates. Of course, we have the Season 4 new Galactic Disaster updates. Then we also have this Following the Fox's Footsteps, just going through these story modes, collecting some of the rewards as we progress. Of course, Full Scale Offensive for another 18 more days. Then we do have this event going on right now where we'll double the memory fragments, and there are actually 2 new sets available right now. The Battlefield Evolution set, so on an extra attack or when an attack card is created in the draw pile, for example Faye, draw through attacks, which Hild will be able to capitalize on. Then gain Evolving Battlefield, stacking up to 3 times. That's plus 10% critical damage times 3. And then at max stack, we gain additional 5% critical damage. A pretty solid set for a total of 35% critical damage once that's maxed out. Then Sanguine Thorn set. This one will be for characters that can apply Fracture, and they'll be able to gain 25% crit damage for 1 turn, and then max up 2 stacks, so I'm assuming that's for 2 turns. And then also applying plus 50% critical damage to dots. And then we have the new Basin reset. But most of the updates is going to be towards this new season. So I'm going to spend the majority of time going over the new season. So of course we have the Chaos, then we have the Nebula Distortion that's already out. I haven't started yet, but will soon. The Great Rift will be available in 18 days. We have, of course, a supply store. Make sure you buy out most of these. And then let's just take a look at the cards for this new season. So it's going to be called Desire cards, and they're actually going to replace Season 3 Persona system as the seasonal progression mechanic, and then each combatant can equip just 1 Desire card. And then each card you can see here can be leveled up from 1 to 2 and then to 3, and then you merge them together with other Desire cards obtained during a run to level it up. And the final card doesn't have to be the same when you merge. You can choose which effect to keep while gaining a level. So there are 4 Desire categories. So the first one is first one here, we'll just go over as Claim. So at +3, we get harmful effect is applied to enemy 2 morale, and that level 5 DOT amount by 35%. And then at 9, we gain this unique card, Desire Manifestation Claim, that gives 5 morale and resolve for 1 turn. So Claim focuses on buffs and empowering your team, and definitely a good one to have, especially if you're going to be bringing characters that have DOT damage. Then Control's the next one. So this one at 3, when an enemy acts 2 agony to all enemies, which is not a huge deal. Then at 5, 5% crit chance for each enemy present. Then the last +7 is a unique card that deals damage as well as 4 Scorch, and then 4 Scorch the next turn. So this one also emphasizes damage over time, as well as gaining some critical chance for each enemy present. So at minimum, you'll gain 5% critical chance, and then if there are 2, 3, up to 4 enemies, then of course you'll gain more critical chance. The Desire set that I like the most, at least for supports, is the Inquiry. This one at 3 will draw, randomly apply, on draw, randomly apply 1 weaken or vulnerable. And then at 5, when a harmful effect is applied to the enemy, draw 1 up to 2 times per turn. And then the last one will grant a unique card that draws 2 cards as well as dealing some damage for 0 cost. And Inquiry provides some draw and deck consistency and some resource generation as well. It's great for cycling your deck faster. Although compared to the previous season with the gear and the engravings, a lot of these +3, +5 can be acquired through engravings from the last season. So I don't feel like these desire cards are actually that strong, but the interaction with the dots is unique because we never had that before. So this season will definitely prioritize teams that can use DOT damage. So then the last set here is survival. Let's find one. Well, actually, let's click on this one. Driven, I think, is actually one of the strongest survival cards right now. Decreasing fortitude is basically increasing morale by 2, which is basically 2 morale. And then at level 3, that's by 3. So +3 will decrease damage amount taken by 10%, and then also a fixed shield at the end of turn. +5 when at 50% or more max HP, then 3 morale, resolve, and fortitude for 1 turn. And then at +7, once you play a card, then you gain this unique card that deals some damage, shields, and then also some shield retention. So survival, just like the name of the set, focus on defense, survivability, resolve, morale, fortitude, and overall pretty solid set. Then I think the team synergy is where the real power comes from, where each character can acquire 1 card and then have team-wide stacking of those cards. So you want to focus on 1 or at most 2 different type of desire cards to unlock the first and then the second passive, and then the last passive will just give you a desire card. So that's why you want to prioritize loving them from 1 to 2 to 3, and you definitely want to try for 3 for your most used characters, and that way it'll be easy to have a +5 and then also +3 to hit those breakpoints. So I think for the general strategy for most runs, if you're going to be playing Hild, I haven't pulled her yet. I did spend 30 pulls trying to get her, but I haven't actually acquired her yet. But a lot of the desire cards are focused on buffing the damage for these DOT characters. I'm not sure if I'm going to pull her yet. She does seem like a very strong character, a hybrid of deck cycling, a lot of draw in her kit, as well as damage that also won't increase the action count of the enemy. And her partner is actually very strong as well. She gives up to 10% critical chance, max 1 stack at the first ego, and then at max ego she gains up to +10% critical chance, which is huge. If you combine that with her ego manifestation, she also gets some critical chance. And then at ego 6, she gains 15% more critical chance. So she has a ton of critical chance built into her kit if you can unlock those ego manifestations. But since I'm going to wait for the next character, since she'll be a limited character. If I do need her, I can always go back to the shop and we can buy a copy, use the exchange shop to buy a copy later, or using the memory archive. I'm sure she's going to drop down here. So if you have the materials, you can always purchase her later or might even get her through another pool. But I think if you're on the fence, wait till the skill set and the cards drop, and then you can make a decision whether you want to spend more of your crystals pulling or not. So right now I'm pretty much in the same boat. I'm just going to be waiting. If the next character seems to be very strong, I might consider an E6. Then I will save my crystals. But just going over a kit, she has a lot of draw, no heal, and I'm assuming the next character will be mostly damage. Then we're going to be missing a heal in the kits in the team somewhere. So I'm not sure if all 3 instant characters is going to be a perfect team, which will have draw, damage, heal, sustain, maybe some shielding as well. So keep you guys updated on what I plan to do and maybe give you some pointers on what you should do with your crystals. But as always, you guys have a great day.